I am Mary Carrillo, joined, of course, by Paul Annacone and Tracy Austin. Big news today, of course, is that Martina Navratilova leaving Aga Radwanska's coaching team. Pretty big story, right? A surprise to either one of you?
Not to me. I mean, I think, we've seen that Aga's kind of having a topsy-turvy year, more emotionally than anything. And I know
more turvy.
Yeah, more turvy than topsy. But Martina's exhausted all her resources to try to have the communication. It's a challenging thing for player and for coach, and I've lived both ends of it, and it's not easy. And there isn't a finger-pointing thing going on. It's just not getting traction, not getting the communication, and for the player not to build on it. So it's a tough thing, but I think it's time for Aga to kind of take a step back and go, okay, what do I need to do now?
What do you think, Tracy?
She's really struggling this year, Radwanska. She's 13-10 for the year, so she's had so many more losses in early rounds than she's used to. And, Martina has so much knowledge, and sometimes it's hard to try to figure out that relationship, that personal relationship with how much knowledge to impart with someone like Radwanska, who's so creative on court. You wonder how much actual coaching she got strategically in her career, because she's so creative and crafty with the slices and when to come in, and she sneaks in. And you wonder sometimes if there was just a loss there in getting that information to Aga, and maybe she had too much information and was confused. Martina said, rightly so, that with her time commitments with Tennis Channel, playing still, a lot of speeches that she gives as well, that she couldn't give 100%. It's
And her family.
Big time commitment as well.
All right, well, here is what Martina has said about it, and believe me, she's disappointed. She says, I'm stepping down as Agnieszka's part-time coach. I think I underestimated the time it would take to make this a proper and good situation for both Aga and me. She also went on to say, I really enjoyed working with her and her whole team, and I wish her all the best for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's just tough. It's just tough as we look at the two on the court. It's so tough to figure out the dynamics between coach and player. And one of the things that I look at through the folks that I've been fortunate enough to coach is you've got to figure out the best way to say what you need to say the way they need to hear it. And then there's got to be the buy-in, and there's got to be the things that kind of make it work. And it's a very complex scenario. It's not a math equation.
Yes.
It's not 2 + 2 = 4. So, and there's not a failure on one part of the player or the coach. It is a team environment, and look, it's just not a simple thing to just go out and do this. And
the reason, Paul, it's not 2 + 2 is because everybody's so different. The way that they play the game, the way that they take information in. Look at John Isner and Justin Gimelstob. They finally figured out that Justin is so knowledgeable as well, just like Martina, but he needed to say less. John was hearing too much. So it's all about, I would think Davis Cup captain, Fed Cup captain would be the same. You need to know with each player how much they can take in.
All right. So that's over with, and I'm sure there'll be more discussion about that as the season draws on, but we hope for the best for Aga. Let's go to Barcelona.